All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is the Orca status show cause and final plea calendars in the state court of Fulton County, Georgia. I am Judge Melanie Williams. Today, we will address aging cases as part of the Orca project, take pleas as necessary, and handle other matters. All defendants present here and on to make sure that you are aware that you have certain rights today. You have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney here today. All participants, this particular proceeding is being broadcast over the internet as a live stream. It is also being recorded. That means any member of the public can log on and watch. I'm going to begin first by calling the entire show cause calendar. All right, LaWayne Brown. Okay, I'll assume the state will request for all cases in which party will appear and court will consider at the end. Devontae Cone. Darius Colbreth or Colbreth.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Hey, Frank Gaither for Mr. Colbreth. I believe, I'm not gonna say I believe, I'm gonna say I represent him. And my notes show that we actually signed him up for a diversion. I'm trying to see the date because I have the diversion form.
Okay.
So I think this case may have been reset for.
It needs to go to a status instead.
Yes, but I'm gonna blame me, Judge. This case slipped through my cracks to call him because I literally forgot that that I signed him up for this diversion. And the only thing I had was this diversion intake form. And so when I saw the show cause calendar, well, you know, traditionally we don't.
Should he have been on the status today? Is he supposed to have completed diversion by now?
That's what I'm thinking. Because see what I'm saying, I believe what happened probably at his last hearing, I picked him up as a new client. We worked it out and signed this diversion because that's the only piece of paper that I have. Because I don't even believe I filed an entry of appearance for this case because it's one of those situations we worked it out the same day I met him. And then I just completely forgot about it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so we will reset him. Let me make sure I have my right reset date. Hold on.
Yeah.
We will set him, let's see.
Yeah, at least give me an opportunity to call him.
On the Friday, August 4th.
Okay, thank you.
Status calendar. And it's our hope that he'll have finished the requirements by that time.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Kevin Hardy. Willie Holmes. Michael Lee. Okay, Three Oshis more. Maybe it's Triocious. Deontay Scott. Justin Sweet. Alexander Wright. You're Alexander Wright?
Judge, that's Ms. Helen's case.
I
She's on
apologize. Didn't realize I was muted, Your Honor. That is my case. I'm going to announce pretrial, Your Honor, and I do believe Mr. Alexander's in court.
Okay. All right, and that completes the show cause calendar. We'll now move to final plea. It's my assumption that all these parties are here and present, ready to take a plea today. Terrence Koffel.
That's my case, Judge. If he's not on Zoom, I would ask for a moment to contact him to see what his status is.
Okay, and it's my understanding that if it's final plea, your client was supposed to be here in person. Okay, Bias Jamal Daniels.
Good morning, Judge. We have a plea. I just need to go over the paperwork.
Is your client here?
He's actually on Zoom, Judge, and that was my bad. I had talked to him late yesterday and I suspected it was going to be a plea, so my apologies, but I just needed to get the paperwork, go over it real quick, and it should be a plea, Judge.
Okay. Joshua Hunter.
Judge, he's present. I'd ask for a pretrial.
Okay, it's not gonna be a plea. We're here. Okay, he has two cases. Ashley Lawless. or Lolis? Not here? All right, Pedro Pacheco,
Oh, no, he's been accepted into the diversion program. Paperwork has been signed, so we'll just
he needs to
ask.
be reset to a status.
Yes, yes, Judge.
Okay, I see Mr. Pacheco is online. Mr. Pacheco, what's gonna happen is you're gonna speak to your attorney, complete some requirements, and from there, we're gonna reset your case to make sure you've completed those. And then I believe that'll be the end of this matter. So, how long does he need, Mr. Haddad?
Judge, mid-August or beyond would be great. I'm trying to remember right offhand what the class requirement is, but
Do I have a mid-August date, Ms. Arden? I only see motions, mistrial, and then another motion. Is there a status? I can put it on mid-August.
August 31st.
Is that sufficient, Mr. Haddad?
that worked fine, Judge.
Okay, so that case is so reset to August 31st. Mr. Pacheco, you're free to go at this time to stay in touch with your attorney, okay? All right,
Thank you, Judge.
all right, Deanna Reed.
Yes,
Joey?
Judge. I'm here. Deanna Reed is here. My lawyer is Scott Fortis. He let me know that he was in another court, but he will be available to come in today.
Okay, please hold, thank you. Joanne Slater. And do you have an attorney? Why don't you step into the hall and give her a call? Okay? And April Williams.
She's present, Judge. That's my case. I need to speak with the state and Ms. Williams in that case. So I will announce pre-trial.
Okay. Are there parties here whose names I did not call? All right, let's commence with the pretrial and then take pleas as they are ready.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please pay for my bench. Ask one.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
How did you find out she went to court today?
The prosecutor. I apologize for the interruption, Your Honor. I'm trying to call Alexander Wright. He's not answering. If you could ask him to step out into the hallway while I give him a call.
Yeah, hear me now?
Sir, with the Galaxy phone, what is your name?
Bias Daniels.
Okay, and can you please remain on mute until the judge calls for you?
All right.
Can you hear me, Mr. Daniels?
So can anybody hear me?
We can hear Judge now.
Mr. Daniels, can you hear me? He dropped off and now he can't hear. Okay, well, hopefully he figures it out very quickly.
Judge, I'm sorry. I
Please.
requested Mr. Daniels to log off. Mr. Daniels, can you hear us? Yeah, okay, he can, so whenever,
Okay.
Portland's riser, so.
All right, we'll take that plea. All right, we're now taking the plea in the case of Bias Jamal Daniels, 20 CR 001096. What was the last letter? There's a letter? Okay. In which defendant is charged with battering family violence with the offense date of February the 27th of 2019. Ms. Reiser, will you please put the state's recommendation onto the record?
Yes, Your Honor, that will be, Mr. Daniels is gonna enter a guilty plea to 1 count of battery, family violence. State's recommended sentence is 12 months to serve. Mr. Daniels did serve on this charge in Fulton County custody 279 days. So we will be giving him credit for 279 days. So essentially it's time served.
All right, was that your understanding, Mr. Haddad? You stipulate factual basis, ID, and venue?
We stipulate to factual basis ID and video, Judge, and that is the agreement, Judge.
All right, Mr. Daniels, if you could unmute your screen and raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm the testimony you give today for the very limited purposes of taking the plea will be the truth to the best of your knowledge under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
All right, and you understand your rights today?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm sorry, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any alcohol or drugs at this time?
No.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Haddad's representation?
Yes.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange?
No.
And you understand that taking a guilty plea, you'll have no further court dates regarding this charge?
Yes.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
And you understand that the time that you served in Fulton County Jail should close out your case?
Yes.
All right, as to the charge of battery family violence, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea at this time. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Judge, if I could just place on the record, since it was a plea to battery family violence, I know the statute does require the family violence intervention program. However, this defendant does have a felony case involving the same victim. Actually, yeah, that's one felony case involving the same victim, where he is sentenced to do family violence intervention program in that case. So the state is fine, obviously, with the time served. That's just one of the records.
Yes,
Doing the family violence intervention program in his felony case.
understood. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Daniels, you're free to go at this time.
Okay. Thank you.
Your Honor, I have one additional announcement.
Yes,
On
please.
position number 5, Joshua Hunter, I expect a plea. We're working on the paperwork right now.
I have 3 and 4. Is that not right?
Well, clearly I have the different calendar than you, but both of his cases, Judge.
Okay.
Did you have this calendar as well? You have a different calendar?
No, this one I had, Gary Cooper was on yesterday. Yep, cause his attorney, yep, she was there, he was on, that threw us all for, we were like, wait a minute, we don't have it. He was on yesterday.
Here's the paperwork. Thank you.
The charge, or how you looking on your battery?
I'm good. Okay, yeah. I actually bought my charger in this thing.
I'm gonna.
All right, we're ready.
Madam DA, and I think at this point, we're gonna just move this to the trial calendar and keep it going. But I am very confident that we will resolve the case.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
We request a jury trial, Judge.
Okay. So the case will be reset for the notice. I will enter a case management order. Make sure your client keeps her address current,
Yes, Your Honor.
and that should be all for today.
If we do have a resolution prior to the trial date, is it okay if we inquire with the case manager about?
Reset to a final plea, that should be fine.
Get my hours. I just need 3.
And the way, because it's an Orca case, it will stay in Orca, so even if it is set for a jury trial date, more than likely it can still be taken. So it'll stay within this
Just gonna be there.
process. It's going a lot faster, so that should be fine. I'll let them know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you and your client are both free to go, Ms. Miller. Take care. Have a good day.
Have a good weekend.
Any other announcements?
We-
No,
Sure. We're,
you're working on it.
yeah, we're working on it, Judge, with, Ms. April Williams. The state is looking at the file again. And then she's gonna take a look at Miss Ashley Lawless's case file.
Okay. So we'll be on a very brief recess.
Yeah, it won't take too long, Judge.
Well, I'm here all day, so
I'll be here with you.
subsisting
Today won't
on,
be as bad as yesterday and the day before.
subsisting on Cheerios and,
You know what? I think.
Sparkling water.
Don't know.
all right.
That's wrong. I'll wait till everybody leaves. You still have people here. I'm not too proud of trying to. Okay. But if you want to go.
Your Honor, not to interrupt you, who's your admin today?
I'm sorry, say that again. Oh, Ms. Harden, please check the chat. Sierra Harden receives all paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Judge, I just emailed a plea for position 11, I believe on the final or the show cause calendar to Ms. Reiser and Ms. Harden. Just let me know if you received that.
I'm sorry, the name, give us the name, Ms. Helen. I think the calendar that you all have is numbered differently from.
Understood, Judge. It's the show cause calendar. It's position 11, Alexander Wright.
Alexander Wright, okay. All right, we'll take that plea when ready.
Understood, Judge.
What's the name? Okay, look it up. Oh. Oh. Let's see. There's no, is there citations only today? Oh, no. I don't think so. There's citations only on Monday. Is there?
I was gonna ask, does it matter that I had a FTA, because I had surgery, so I don't know if that's the reason why.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Everybody needs to go to J150 to try to figure that out. Yeah. Okay.
Take it up to the first floor.
All right, let's take the plea of Mr. Alexander Wright. Mr. Wright, please stand and come forward. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Reiser, please give me a very brief summation of the facts as well as state's offer.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry, give me one sec. Let me pull it up. Yes, Your Honor, the defendant will be entering a guilty plea to 1 count of simple battery, family violence. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months of probation, 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served, 2 days to enroll and complete the family violence intervention program and to have no further violent contact with JD Bell. Your Honor, in terms of a factual basis, just give me 1 second.
It's the state law pressing the simple battery. I see 2 charges, is that right?
Yes, he'll be entering the plea to the simple battery, family violence, the simple assault can merge.
Okay, just making sure.
I apologize, Judge. Can I correct my cover letter? I'll send another if I need to.
I'm just gonna strike.
Thank you, Judge.
So,
In Your Honor, the factual basis for this case on April 7th of 2020, Officer Campbell, the Police Department dispatched to 1760 Northside Drive, apartment 325 in Fulton County, Georgia. The neighbor at that location called 911 when they overheard a verbal altercation outside of the apartment. They heard a female yelling for help. Officers spoke with the victim. She stated that her ex-boyfriend, the defendant, was dropping off her debit card. They started to argue. And at that point, he grabbed her and threw her on the floor. Her 2 children were in the apartment and witnessed the incident, Your Honor.
all right. And Ms. Helen, do you stipulate the factual basis, ID, and venue? And is the offer as placed onto the record as Ms. Reiser, your understanding?
Yes, Judge, we do so stipulate. We asked the court to accept this plea as negotiated. The only thing that we were going to ask the court for, Judge, was for Mr. Wright to be able to use his nolo contendory plea if the court would see fit.
The state's position as to a no-no, and if the state objects, do you have the history?
The state does object. I do have this history pulled up. Let me just look. He has a 2010 arrest for possession under an ounce that was dismissed. A 2011 possession under an ounce. I don't have a disposition for another.
Has he used a no-no in the last 5? You don't see that. I know that doesn't matter. I know that's a driving thing, but I'm always curious. All right.
I'm not seeing that he has used a NOLO. He appears to be eligible.
All right. We'll let you take your no thing. All right. All right, Mr. Wright. Did I already case you? I believe I did. All right. Mr. Wright, reminding you that you're under oath. Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation today?
Yes.
Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No.
And you understand the requirements of your sentence, the course that you're gonna have to take, and you can't have any violent contact with Ms. Bell?
Yes.
And you understand that by taking a plea, you're giving up your right to the court date,
Yes.
and you're giving up your right to have the state prove this charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
And you understand that taking a guilty plea may affect other aspects of your life, such as employment, immigration, or other things we might not be able to anticipate.
Yes.
All right, as to the charge of simple battery family violence, Mr. Wright, how do you plead?
No.
I accept your no vote plea. Is there anything else you calling, Ms. Rising?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right. All right, best of luck to you, sir. I believe we have all the forms completed, so you should be free to go. He signed everything. If you signed everything, I think we can write and leave. We don't want to see you back here though, okay? All right, any other announcements? No, okay, back on hold. Yeah, I think he's free to go. Mr. Moore, you can go.
I apologize, Judge. I got booted out. So I just came back in. The last I heard, we were discussing the Nolo contendere plea.
Oh, you missed it. Wait a minute. We took the entire plea. We didn't notice you were gone, Miss Helen. I dismissed your comment and asked if there was anything further.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. It just booted me out and I tried to get back in.
Okay, well, your client is leaving. Was there anything further?
Your Honor, no. Thank you so much.
Okay, take care, Mr. Wright. You're free to go. Bye-bye. All right, we are still holding. Did anyone else come in after calendar call that I didn't address? Other than the gentleman who was in the wrong place? What's your name? Is he on this calendar? I don't see the one that's now. What's your name again? Position 3. Oh, your case is being reset, Mr. Cobra. You might want to speak with Mr. Gaither before you go, but your case is gonna be reset to a calendar in August, okay? But have a seat, let him tell you more about that, okay? And then you'll be free to go. Anyone else come in after calendar call?
Yeah.
Mr. Gaither, your client at position 3, Mr. Cobra, is here. Perhaps we can just explain to him about the diversion situation. I've already told him his case is being reset to August.
Okay. Your Honor, position 6, Miss Ashley Lolis, you walked in, Miss Lolis?
Yes.
Your Honor, there's a little confusion on this case. So when I looked in Odyssey, it appears that Miss Lawless may have shown up on May 5th at a calendar.
I feel like I remember that name.
Yeah, I may have spoken to her, but I don't know, but I spoke to a lot of people during that time period. So I don't know whether it was ever cemented, whether I represented her or not. That's why I didn't even file an integral appearance or anything. And then the next event in Odyssey shows that it was I don't know if it was a status calendar or was something in June, but then looks like there was a FTA. And now we're scheduled for today. And so I don't know anything about her case. So what I will do, I will represent her officially. I'm just asking, can we reset this case just to for me to understand what's going on in the case, because there's nothing on file in the file either.
And you don't think we can pre-try, at least do something to this?
It's
Because it
not,
seems like the fact that we were at a final plea
It-
means it's been kicked around quite a few times.
I would if there was a police report, but there's not even a police report or an arrest warrant. The only thing there is even in her jail intake is a bench warrant.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, just to keep it moving, we're gonna move it, I don't object to a reset, we can
Sure.
continue to move forward, but we're gonna put it on the Orca jury trial calendar.
Okay,
And then it can always be taken back, but at least we're moving forward,
no problem. Understood.
the progression of this case. I'm gonna enter a case management order, all
Okay.
right?
Thank you.
And Ms. Lawless is free to go once you've spoken. So I have, you're still holding on position 3. Are we ready with the paperwork for position 3?
Almost, Judge. I missed one
Almost,
signature
okay.
for my client, so.
3 and 4. And then on the show cause, did anyone else come in on the show cause calendar? No? Somebody's outside,
Maybe Stephanie, I don't know. And
coming in and out.
yes, I'll be in touch with you.
All right. Yeah.
No, we need to submit this.
Okay, so that wasn't.
No. I'll take it. I'll go there. It's his signature. He's signing.
Yeah, I have another announcement.
Mhm,
Position 3 on the show cause calendar,
mhm.
Mr. Darius Colbert. If we could reset him to a status, oh, we already did it.
We
Yeah,
already
all this
did,
before
we're just
Saturday, yeah.
explaining
By
to
that
him.
time, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
And he should be free to go once you have his information.
Sure.
Judge, as far as.
Ready, say the plea. This is position 3,
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Mr. Hunter?
Okay, in this case, 17 CR 009750. Mr. Hunter's charged with failure to keep a proper lane, driving with a license suspended, hit and run, reckless driving, attempting to elude, simple battery, family violence, criminal trespass, family violence, DUI, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce with the offense date of September the 28th, 2015. And case 17 CR 21157. Mr. Hunter's charged with driving with license suspended, driving without a valid license, and operating a vehicle without valid tag in January, on January the 4th of 2016. Mr. Hunter, please raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Iser, if you put the offer into the record.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hunter is going to be entering a guilty plea to 4 counts. Count 3, hit and run. State recommended sentence is 12 months to serve 10 days. Credit for time served, 10 days. Balance probated and a $500 fine. Count 4, reckless driving. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months to serve 10 days. Credit for time served, 10 days. Balance probated, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, an alcohol drug evaluation and any treatment if necessary, 1 risk reduction and 1 victim impact panel. For count 5, he'll be pleading to pleading and eluding. State's recommended sentence is 12 months served, 10 days, credit for time served, 10 days, a $500 fine. And count 6, simple battery, family violence, 12 months served, 10 days, credit for time served, to enroll and complete the family violence intervention program and have no further contact with Raquel Johnson. Count 6 can run consecutive, so we have a total of 24 months. So I know there's a lot of conditions and payments of the fine. Once conditions are complete, I'm fine with non-report, yes.
Okay.
And do you want me to do the other?
Yeah, please go ahead.
And in the case ending in 1157, Mr. Hunter is going to be pleading to 1 count of driving on a suspended license. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months to serve 10 days, credit for time served, balance probated, and a $500 fine.
All right, there's quite a few fines and conditions here. Mr. God, does your client understand all of those? And do you stipulate the actual basis ID and venue? And was that now your understanding of the offer as well?
Yes, we stipulate, Judge, as far as the negotiated plea, Judge would ask the court to follow the state's recommendation. The only request I have in light of the number of bunch of funds that he has, if the court would be willing to waive partially to the probation fees, Judge. Just briefly, Judge, on behalf of my client, these are 2 cases. One is from 2015, one is from 2016. He last had court other than Orca, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, pre-pandemic. I mean, he's just wants to resolve the cases, Judge, and I think it's great that he just does not want to avoid anything. He just wants to resolve it. And
I'll wait 3 months at least.
thank you, Judge.
Write it down. Okay, Mr. Hunter, you're under oath. Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, Your Honor.
Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No, ma'am.
And you understand you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up your right to present any defenses you may have had to a judge,
Yes, ma'am.
all right, or a jury. And you further understand there's quite a few requirements. I believe Ms. Riser read them all. Do you understand all of those?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And are you under the influence of anything that would affect your ability to understand this proceeding today?
No, ma'am.
All right, as to the many charges I listed earlier, Mr. Hunter, how do you plead?
Yes.
I accept your guilty plea. We're gonna waive those 3 months of fees, and we will accept the plea and recommendation as presented by the state. Is
Thank
there
you.
anything further?
No, Judge. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hunter, you're free to go at this time.
All right, thank you.
Take care. We don't want to see you anymore, all right?
Sorry, Judge.
All right, is there anyone here? We're still holding on position for Miss Williams, I believe. Miss Reed, did Mr. Fortis ever log in? I do not see Mr. Fortis.
And the conversations I had with Mr. Fortis, yesterday evening, he was in Gwinnett County. I don't know how long he'll be in Gwinnett.
Okay, if he's not here by the end of this calendar, you'll reset. Any announcement, Mr. Gaither?
Yes, Judge, Mr. Terrence Cofield, position 1 on the final plea calendar.
Mhm.
We're not gonna be able to work that case out today, Judge, based on the state's current offer. So we just want to further notice that to the
Jury.
jury trial calendar,
Okay,
and we may be able to work it out in between time. That's my intent, but we're not gonna be able to do that today.
all right, we'll reset further notice for jury trial. Mr. Fortis doesn't appear. We'll likely do the same thing. Further notice for jury. And then if it needs to be taken off, we can try to coordinate a final plea.
Can I step out and use the restroom?
You may, we're all gonna take a 5-minute reset.
Thank you, Judge.
Uh-huh. Okay, Mr. Fortis, you're present.
I am, Your Honor. How are you?
Morning, I heard that you are in Gwinnett today. Do you have an announcement for Ms. Reed's case?
I've been discussing this case at length with Solicitor Reisner. I don't know if she's made a decision yet, so I guess I will see what her decision is regarding our negotiations.
Yes, and Judge, if I could step into the jury room and give Mr. Fortis a call.
That's fine, yes. All right, so we'll pre-try that case. Thank you. If not, if you are unable to reach an agreement, I think the best resolution would to be placed on Orca jury trial calendar.
That'll be fine, Judge.
All right, so let's see if you can reach something.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you both.
I'm gonna call you now. Thank you so much. He's walking back on, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Fortis and Ms. Riser, your announcement.
Hi, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm well.
All right, it looks like we're gonna have a negotiated plea. I would ask for a plea date on that, just so I have the time to go over everything with my client just regarding the special conditions. So if we can,
Those are in person. Are you aware of that, Mr. Fortis?
I mean, if it's in person, it's in person. I mean, but I still need to go over it with her.
That's fine. I'm just letting you both know that those are typically in-person calendars. Okay. Let me see what I have as far as the final plea date. I have,
I mean, Judge, are you saying, and I'm just curious, if she pled today, then it would be online, but I don't have any of the paperwork. So is it the court's position that all pleas are in person?
it's not typically, it's not my position, but typically the notice you're gonna receive and the scheduling of most final plea calendars are in-person calendars. I don't know why, those were the instructions I've received. I'll just
Okay.
put it that way. So, I don't know, but I'm just warning you. Sometimes people are concerned and say, I didn't know I had to come in if I asked for a final plea date. So I'm just saying that you'll more than likely be scheduled for an in-person calendar.
Okay, that's fine.
We have final plea. Is this August 4th really at 1:30? Is that correct? We've gone back to final plea in the afternoon?
Yes.
Okay. So we have August 4th, Mr. Fortis at 1:30.
Okay, that'll be fine, Judge.
Okay, and your notice will indicate how you should appear. More than
Great.
likely in
Thank
person.
you, Judge. Sorry I was late, okay?
All right, take care. Both you and Miss Reed are free to go.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. You said August 4th. All right, does that conclude the entire, we still have Miss Williams' case? Other than that, we've concluded the entire final plea? Yes. And the show cause calendar Let's see. Ms. Riser, will you give me the state's position regarding the dead docket? Position 2 on the show cause?
Is that,
Yes,
let me just take a look at that case. Really quick.
thank you. Um, the rest, I believe. And you have an announcement, Mr. Gaither?
Yes, Judge.
Your announcement, please.
Ms. April Williams. She wants to terminate our services and hire her own attorney and go to trial, Judge.
Okay, reset further notice to jury trial. Please let your attorney know, Ms. Williams, that you're going to a trial calendar, not just another status. They'll need to be prepared to negotiate your case immediately or to represent you at trial.
How long do I have to retain the trial?
I can't tell you exactly. Once you get the notice date, it will be soon. I recommend that you do it in the next few days. Okay?
Are the next trial dates, are they already booked for August?
We don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know. There might still be slots. There's a potential it might be next month.
Next month?
It could be next month, yeah. And that sounds like a long time, but it's not a long time for an attorney to prepare for trial. Okay? Okay, so you're gonna get another notice. Keep your address current with the court. You try to get a lawyer as soon as possible and let them know that your case has been placed on the jury trial calendar, okay? You're free to go at this time, Ms. Williams.
Okay. And I'll file my withdrawal, Judge.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, Ms. Williams. I thought you were speaking. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. No, but you should probably take Ms. Riser's card. Ms. Riser, do you have a card? You should take that and give that immediately to any attorney you hire, okay?
And Judge, in regards to position 2 on the show cause calendar with him, that was actually flagged as a diversion.
Okay.
I get dead documented, but
Well, we won't do that, but if it's in diversion, let's move it to a status.
yeah.
So that should have been in a status anyway. I don't want, that's troubling because what happens is typically in a lot of these cases, we just go ahead and do bench warrants. If they're already in a diversion situation, we don't want that to happen. So we're gonna take position 2 and put it on the status calendar for August the 4th. And then, are we aware of anyone else who might be in the diversion program? Ms. Harden or Ms. Rising?
I'm on the. That's the only
It's
one.
the only one you know, okay. Now I'm hesitant to issue the bench warrants, I really am. Were any of these returned to sender, Ms. Harding?
Let me check.
Okay. Cause I wanna know before I issue bench warrants. Other than that, we should be complete for this calendar until the afternoon. A very long time until 1:30.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. No, we wanted to review the calendar. We don't have to, but if you doubt it, that's fine. I don't think anybody did. Everyone's backed up, so. That is fine. Take a donut before you go. All right, I'm gonna lock myself in there until 1:30 so that everyone else. I keep trying to let you get a lunch. Okay, you got me. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay. That's good. Let me get my charger. Checking to make sure. I'm asking y'all to look at it, see who.
I don't see any.
Anybody else in diversion?
No.
Okay, this one is.
Nobody else has a diversion or. Did you say that? Yes, I'm at.
The 9-1 returns is still there?
No, I didn't see any returns.
Okay. When did the notices go out? You said the notices went out late? Okay, well,
Do you want to wait to issue the bench warrant?
what would I be waiting until?
Tell me, because you're the one who